find comments like, "We hadn't thought of that," or "We hadn't planned for that," holy grail items in sales. This is what the client is saying silently to themselves because you have asked a really, really smart question about their business. Turning up to sell something and turning up to add value are not the same thing. The real pro salespeople turn up with value from the outset. They are thinking about the client's business as if it was their own, and they are drawing on all of the other conversations they have had, all the best practices they have seen to try and work out what will be best for this particular client. Welcome back to this weekly edition every Tuesday of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, President of Dale Carnegie Training Japan and best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery. We're bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaka in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? In this show, we are looking at the critical areas for success in business in Japan. We want to help advance everyone's thinking so that we can be at the forefront, the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. Before we get into this week's topic, here is what caught my attention lately. Regional banks are losing funds when their clients die. The inheriting relatives are often living in big cities and moving the money into accounts with the mega banks. The current rate is around about 60% of funds are being lost from regional banks. When 25% of the population are already over 65, the future prospects for regional banks are not looking good. To counter this trend, the regional banks are selling so-called testamentary trusts, an inheritance product that quickly allows and unlocks the funds for heirs to inherit. In this way, they hope to get the heirs to have their estate with the bank and not lose the funds to the mega banks. Will there even be any regional banks left in 30 years' time, given the demographic time bomb they are facing? This is episode number 34, and we're talking about the holy grail of sales. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. Sales solutions are what make the business world thrive. The client has a problem and we fix it. Our goods or services are delivered, outcomes are achieved, and everybody wins. In a lot of cases, however, there are only partial wins. Problems and issues are a bit like icebergs. There is a lot more going on below the surface than can be spotted from the captain's bridge. The salesperson's role is to go after the whole iceberg and not just the obvious bit floating above the waterline. The standard sales interview is based on two models comprising the outer circles surrounding a bullseye. The extreme periphery is the telling is selling model. This ensures that salespeople do most of the talking. The client is subjected to a constant bombardment of features until they either buy, die, or retreat. The second model, the inner circle adjoining the bullseye, is the solution model of providing outcomes that best serve the client, based on what the client has understood is their problem. The latter is a much better tool and is in pristine condition, because so few salespeople ever use it. The rapid fire of features at the client rarely provides success because of the randomness of the proffering of alternatives. Welcome to the toss enough mud at the wall and some is bound to stick school of sales. Aligning the fix with the client need in the solution model is the mark of the semi-professional. There is nothing wrong with this model, but What are the rockstar sales masters doing? Those who seek the Holy Grail. They are zipping up their wetsuits and diving into the ice water under the Earth's iceberg, inspecting things closely and really understanding the full scope of the situation. They are on a mission to try and find what no one else is seeing. Their ability to deliver previously unseen, unconsidered insights is pure gold for clients. Mentally picture our big red bullseye at the center of a series of concentric circles. Starting with the features of the product or service is the first level, the very outer circle. Our solutions, constructed around what the client already knows, is the next inner circle. The highest level is providing solutions for problems that the client isn't even aware of yet. A truly magical client statement would be, "Oh, hadn't thought of that," or "We haven't allowed for that." This is the Holy Grail of sales. Think about your own experience. Anytime we've been with a buyer and have uttered those words to ourselves as a result of insight from the salesperson, we have experienced a major breakthrough in our worldview. Now, that is the result we want right there. The salesperson who can provide that type of perspective, alerting clients to over-the-horizon issues, provides such value they quickly become the client's trusted business partner. Be it in the art of archery or business, hitting the bullseye is no easy matter. Insight can't be plucked from air at will. Plumbing one's experiences, sorting and sifting for corresponding relevancies, and then diving deeply into the client's world, looking for alignment, are the skills required. In a way, ignorance is an advantage. Paraphrasing Peter Drucker, our success can come by asking a lot of stupid questions. A salesperson has an outside perspective, untainted and pure. There is no inner wall discouraging them, no politics, no ego, no preconceived notions or forced assumptions clouding judgment. Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to sell more and do it more easily, do the Sales Advantage course. If you can't build trust, no sale. Can't design excellent questions to understand the client's needs, no sale. Can't present the solution convincingly, no sale. Can't handle objections properly, no sale. Can't close, no sale. Master the sales process by doing the Sales Advantage course now in either Japanese or English. The bestseller, Japan Sales Mastery, is the new Bible of selling in Japan. To sell to Japanese buyers, you need to create long-term partner-level trust, fully understand Japanese buyers' real needs, convince buyers with your solutions, overcome their hesitation, fear and doubt, know how to ask for the order, ensure repeat orders. This book is the product of 30 plus years in the trenches selling in Japan. Order Japan Sales Mastery now. Welcome back. Counterintuitively, the fact that we don't know what we don't know becomes our strength. Ignorance allows us to question orthodoxy in a way that insiders can't because of inertia, groupthink, company culture, or the internal politics of the organisation. When salespeople serve numerous clients, be it in the same industry or across industries, they pick up vital strategic and tactical commercial intelligence. Researching various clients' problems, experiences, triumphs and disasters is valuable, but only if you know how to process the detail. In all of our companies, we can only see clearly what we are doing ourselves. We all exemplify that Japanese saying, the frog in the well does not know the ocean. Everything is too familiar, and so we don't ever question everyday normality. We don't have the opportunity to peek behind the curtain and look into what our competitors are doing. It is also very rare for company personnel to do study tours of totally unrelated businesses. Metaphorically speaking, if we classified industries alphabetically in a standard business setting, representatives from A and Z would rarely meet, let alone get to trade ideas and experiences. Salespeople, however, are floating around businesses and therefore able to know many wells and oceans. The ability to select and apply one particularly successful thing in a different context is a commercially valuable skill. How can salespeople get that skill? Some ways salespeople can provide over the horizon value include being highly observant. Take what you've seen working elsewhere for one client in a different company or industry and then apply it in your current client. Sounds rather easy, doesn't it? The reality is pressured salespeople miss much, record little, remember less, and blag their way through most of their client meetings. Let's all slow down, listen, think, and then innovate. The answers are often right there, but we miss out because we are too busy and not looking for them. Another way to get that skill set is to do practical research. Based on what you already know, build up a point of view on an industry. Check it against what your clients are telling you, or conduct company surveys. Delve into nascent potential problems. Arrive at your hypothesis and be the first mover. The real-time insight gathered from this type of activity allows salespeople to become rock stars in the business world. They are providing take it to the bank, perceived value for the buyer. We won't always be able to conjure up a bullseye. However, in trying to do so, our aspirations, general direction, and thinking will be correct. Our kokoro gomai, or true intention, will be on track. By comparison, our competitors will lag well behind, still waffling on about features or playing detective interrogating the client. We, however, have to move on to a higher dimension where clients seek us out. They do so because we recognize the value of what we offer. In sales, the innermost circle, the big red bullseye, leads straight to the holy grail of sales, and that is where we must be. Let's make insight our springboard to success. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show is here to help you succeed in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Thank you for watching this episode, and remember to hit the subscribe button. Our website details are on screen now. DaleCarnegie.com. It is awesome value, so check it out. In episode 35, we're talking about people issues are always hard. Find out more about that next week. So, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you, and we have only one direction in mind for you and your company, your business, and that is up.